The Cosmic Portal welcomes you. And please, subscribe for more.
There is a relentless force in the cosmos. Time and space connect. And within it, a force beyond our vision, but not our reach. It lies somewhere in our universe, causing ripples in time, where the here and now is infinite.
Well, good afternoon. Well, excuse me, no. Good evening, everyone. I am, of course, Calibus Rand, and today, on a path to a galaxy far, far away, I bring you all the people in the path of the Force, I should say. I have Jen from the Priory of the Phoenix. She is our version of the Night Owl. She leads the Firebirds. Then there's Master Shadow. Then we have Sith Lord Cram. And then there's our other funny little Sith Lord down there, Dexter.
I don't know what happened. I was trying to order a pizza. I ended up here.
Squadron leaders for Virginia Imperial. And, of course, the First Lady of Fandom, Ms. Liz, and the Priory historian himself, Simon. Ladies and gentlemen, today we need to open up this thing called the Bad Batch. Okay? Now we've got, 5 episodes? And let's just say this. Overall, with this 5 episodes, before we start deep diving into episodes and what's going on, how do you think the show is progressing? And I am going to start off with one of the most negative people here, Dexter.
Why you gotta treat me like that? I'm not negative. Why am I negative? I don't know. I think it's progressing all right. I mean, I like to see the progression of the Empire.
Yes. I keep forgetting
seeing how the Empire is progressing since the Revenge of the Sith. To what we have, it actually is answering some questions that I had.
Squadron leader.
I'm enjoying it. It's getting much better because they've done away with a lot of Omega's whining. So it's made the stories a whole lot easier to watch.
I see. Miss Liz.
I'm just glad that they finally got the gang back together and they're not split apart. I'm hoping things are going to work themselves out eventually. And, and sorry to disappoint you, Dexter, but I want them to lose. I don't want the Empire to gain anything, period. They
Empire
need to
rules.
go away.
Empire is better. The universe is better with the Empire in charge.
No.
All right. Sith Lord Cram, go ahead.
Well, accompanied by my fellow Sith, Dexter. I'm loving it. I'm loving how this is progressing. I'm loving how we're getting to see the Empire develop. I'm excited to see how the Bad Batch, how they incorporate themselves and how they all these things progress into making the Empire great again. So I am enjoying everything that is going on right now.
You're muted.
Making the Empire great again. I had to mute because the censors. Making the Empire great again. Oh my Lord. No, no, no. Simon, come on, give me some normalcy to this. He wants to make the galaxy. He wants to bring the galaxy under that boot. Say something, Simon.
Let's build the Republic back better. So I'm sorry, I had to say that. But I'm really
Of course
liking
you would.
I'm really liking the way they show how a lot of people are going with the flow because they think that things are going to be really good under the Empire because things were so corrupt under the Republic. Nothing could get done because of all the bureaucracy, and people are like, okay. And then we see incidents happen, like with Order 66, Crosshair. You are doing crimes, and there are people looking around like, okay, I don't want to be standing out because I don't want to die. So they kind of go with the flow, and we see that in real life, and we're seeing that here. But eventually, it gets to the point to where Crosshair says it doesn't matter. The Empire is not going to care about you at all. You are just disposable. And eventually, I think Crosshair is dealing with a lot of PTSD, a lot of, a lot of problems. And yeah,
That's
the
what I'm saying.
handshake.
You see the hand shaking?
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
Yeah.
so honestly, yeah, I think it's progressing great. It's showing people what happens in really bad situations and that you can come back after making poor choices.
I think poor,
Wait a second.
poor
Am I
Crosshair's
agreeing with
got
I here?
problems
I'm
because
confused.
they've tortured the poor man to nearly to death. How many times?
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Well,
his hand
Miss
is doing
Liz,
that.
that happens when you make poor choices. When your friends say, come on, and you go, no, I'm going to stay. Bad things happen.
Good soldiers
Master
always
Shadow.
follow orders.
Good soldiers,
Good soldiers
follow
always
orders.
follow orders.
So you're saying Crosshair wears a red shirt if he was on Star Trek, because he's definitely going down that long corridor because somebody told him to. The show, I have to say, it's one of my favorite of the Star Wars shows that are on now. I've been disappointed with everything that I have seen, so I'm very happy with this. The show is going well. I've enjoyed what I have seen. Crosshairs, it's kind of sad to see, he's kind of nervous about being around everybody now. They don't trust him.
What do you do?
I wouldn't trust him, but I would still give him the benefit of the doubt because, like you said, he's following orders. He was still trying to follow orders throughout the rest of the time. I'm liking the show. I want to see. This is episode 5 that they just showed. I don't know how many. Does anybody know how many episodes are in this season?
I believe there's like going to be 8 to 10. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I believe. Don't quote me on that though.
Only thing is, then they're taking too long. Then they're just gonna, they're gonna rush the end, even though everybody knows what happened. But you build up all of this, and then at the end, the last few episodes are just going to be something that they're just trying to put everything together real quick. So that part would be sad.
Dang, Calibus, you said I was Mr. Negative?
Well, look, I had to save some saving grace, so I'm hoping that my Firebird has a positive spin for this.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing Omega come into her own. Yeah, she's grown up a lot, and you can tell that the guys they feel like they have to watch over her, but they also trust her to pull her part. She's proven herself as a valuable team member, and I'm liking the conflict resolution between Crosshair and the rest of the guys. Because no, they don't trust him. He did go, against them, and he betrayed them at once. But they're also, while wary, still open to forgiving him and bringing him back. And I think it's a lot of hope on both sides. On Omega's, for them trusting her to do her thing as well as she does. and for them wanting to trust Crosshair again. It's just going to take some time for him to earn it.
I don't.
Yeah, and I agree with that. When someone reaches out to pull you back in and then you buck and rebel, you face those consequences. Jack said that poor choices affect us all, but being stubborn and not really paying attention to what's going on gets you thrown out in the cold. 16 episodes. 16
Yeah.
episodes.
Oh wow!
I
And
thought
we're
15
only
was
on 5.
on the first.
Sit back and grab your popcorn.
Yeah, that's great then, because I was
We're
worried,
gonna be in for a
when
long
they,
ride.
We're
they do
in
those
for a
8
ride, aren't
episodes,
we?
and they take
Well, I
6
think
episodes.
I mean, that one, there was the 2 episodes, so altogether, they say 15, but I think the first 2 were like joined into one.
I believe.
the
Well, when
15th
they
episode
first
comes out
aired them,
May
they
1st.
first aired the first 2.
Right.
Yeah, the first 3 is an hour and a half.
And get this, May 1st is when it ends.
How convenient.
My birthday.
May 1st, just before we hit our May the 4th, Revenge of the 5th. I love May because this is the May. So
This is the man.
yeah, you Jedis can have the 4th and the Sith can have the 5th, but the Mandalorians take it all the way through.
We get the 5th and the 6th.
I'll be driving to Florida on the 4th.
We do get the 5th and the 6th.
I think
did
you're taking the
fact
sacred holiday off work.
I've already requested off.
I already pressed it off for the 5th and 6th.
I'll be
That
checking
is
into
done.
Disney.
Everybody's taking the day off, huh?
I should do that too then.
Look,
That is
I
an
mean,
offensive-
we did have some stuff planned. Now, Jedi Joe wants
Yep.
to do the Saber Battle Royal on
Ooh.
Sunday. The
And
5th.
I'll probably be doing Troop Saturday.
Yeah, we're having our grand opening at Light Sword Martial Arts in our new location on the 4th.
Yeah, I have to be there. It was already foretold to me to be there.
You were volunteered by the Emperor himself.
Yes, he's not taking any exception. So,
You were already told, huh?
oh yeah. When Sifu looks at me and goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you there," it's like, okay. I don't question my emperor. So, all right, I agree with you guys. I'm on a. At first, I was kind of like, but as I was watching it, I was getting more and more involved with the whole getting out of the whole prison situation, watching the clone sister of Omega. And I still think she's going to take over Tech's job. I think that they're going to slide her right into Tech's position. I just, at first, I think I wanted them all to die at the end of it. I think they should go out in a blaze of glory like Paz did on that platform.
Dexter, and we're the Sith here.
What is
We're
going
the Sith.
on?
You guys did realize that I have that Inquisitor in me, right?
I forgot there's Sith in you.
No, I think
Yeah,
they're all trying to join the cool club.
Yeah.
Trying to be
But-
I
the
told
cool
him
guy.
we had. I told him Dexter. I said we have pizza.
It's
Speaking
just
of
one
which,
of
I
those
still need to
things.
order. Is there a buy button on here somewhere?
No, it's just one of those things that, like in Rogue One, we all knew, that, for this movie to really to work, these people have to die. And the guys that were working on the movie are like, Disney is never going to let us do that. And they did it. And it was so much more powerful.
Yeah.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Which is
That
why
is true.
it's the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best.
What's this button right here for Dexter? Oh yeah, there it is. It's the mute button. But I really kind of, I mean, when Paz Vizsla went out like he did, I was just like, there's still that the odds are against you. You're not going. You know what I mean? You get your people out and you make that sacrifice.
Right.
I just hope that they don't do that for Omega and like sacrifice and let her go on to do something else, because that trope is kind of played out for me. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay, I got a question for you guys. Do you think Tech is completely gone?
Yes.
I kind of want him to be. I think it'd be kind of cheap if they brought him back, unless he's that mysterious character. Unless he's that mysterious character that they showed.
Well, come on now. I mean,
I think he died.
I'm not sure, because they did show his glasses, and why would they just show his glasses?
Yeah.
well, that's another thing where when you want to demoralize your enemy or make them do something stupid, you can't have an empty threat. So if you say we went down to to where the body was, but all this was left, that's a demoralizing thing. That puts you in that mindset of doing something stupid.
It doesn't give you the closure you need.
That too.
So do you think that they were kind of doing it kind of like to bring them out into the open?
Well, I mean, they went there, and what's her name? What is Sid? I have never been. No, that's not true.
I don't trust her.
I didn't trust her to begin with, and I don't know why they kept hanging out. Just hanging out in that place to begin with.
They were naive and didn't know where else to go.
Yeah, it was kind of like they had no choice, and she was kind of like the best option. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, they were told multiple times from multiple sources, Sid is not to be trusted. And when you're running from the Empire, okay, you just cannot be sitting, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
they didn't get the warnings at first, though. Eventually, they started.
Dude, they got the majorest warning when they helped that one gangster on that little pod racing thing that they did.
Yeah.
Eventually, they left. Yeah, that didn't happen right when they met her.
It was too late at that point when they decided to leave, because
by then,
it was way too late.
Yeah, and that kind of shows their naivete, because they don't have a lot of life experience. They just know the military. I like that. I like the fact that they're kind of.
Look, let me tell you something.
I just think they saw the opportunity.
Is one thing, but Hunter is a tracker, and you're being tracked. You're being hunted. You don't stay in one place for a long time. You don't get comfortable like that for a long time.
But I think that was the beauty part about it. Them being with her, they knew that they had mercenary jobs that wouldn't keep them in the same place. They would be able to come back to her as a hub at that point in time for some type of protection. Yeah. And I honestly, personally think that she was all for them up until the point where she knew that it was going to start affecting her.
Well, know what she said. You kept coming back, and you guys started bringing heat back to her.
Yeah. So she was okay.
And she turned them in, and she walked out that door, and I was just like, damn, wow. We got another Lando Calrissian situation here.
Got a gun and shoot her.
Yeah, well,
She was in it for the money, and when the money came from a different source and they were the target.
Yeah, you're right, Jen.
Yeah. It was all
that
about
is true.
the cash.
It was all business.
The
all
question,
about the credit
to the group is, do you want to see Sid come back?
No.
No.
To see her die, maybe.
Yeah.
No.
I want to see her come back as a bounty puck someday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like-
that would be awesome.
Damn, Jen.
Yeah. That's kind of ruthless.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know what show I'm on right now.
Well, I mean, we're Mandalorian. So
For that awesome
It's
idea.
just business.
that's business. That's business. All right. Okay.
I think
So
it should come
Hey.
back and bite her in the butt, personally.
That
she's not really going. I mean, I don't think if they bring her back, it'll be just to resolve that little bit of tension between them. But at the same time, for me, I don't see a need for it. I just, you know what I mean?
I don't either. Yeah.
You know, they got so much going on because the episodes are as follows. Season 3, episode 1 is called Confined, where Omega is starting to adjust to the new life there, and we see another pet. And I'm getting so sick of her picking up rancors, robots, and other little stray animals, and now they're going on, you know what I mean? Just doing whatever. I think that's a little weird. That she always they have this, I guess, what, pet or secondary little thing that's always with Omega. And then of course you get Paths Unknown, where we go back to the syndicate, and they steal, well, they don't steal, they kidnap the Pike that cut off old boy's horn. What did you guys think about that? And I was thinking that I like the fact that they bring in the syndicate. I love that. But I still haven't. I mean, we heard about the Pikes. I was hoping to hear something about Crimson Dawn, or maybe the Black Sun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Give me your thoughts on that. I'll start off with Jen.
Yeah, I like seeing the Pike Syndicate in there because they are a major player, and yeah, they're bad dudes. But I agree with you. I would have rather seen, before they got to that part with them dealing directly with the Pikes, I would have liked to see the Pikes dealing with the other two syndicates. I want to see where everybody's loyalties lie, kind of like in Shogun. I want to see where each house is standing.
Yeah. Marky Mark.
Hold on. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, I think it was kind of cool to see the characters. I do want to, hope they expand upon that. Just to see, like you said, I would love to see Crimson Dawn and anything else that they can bring up from the newer stuff. So, yeah, I hope it continues the way they're going.
Sai?
I kind of agree. I want to see more of the Black Shadow organizations, organized crime. We know there's a lot of them out there, even if it's just like a little bit more of the Hutts. Maybe they get caught in a little bit between a mob war a little bit from guys that we do know, or they have to make a moral decision if they want to help smuggle some spice in. That would be interesting. One other question. I do want to ask a question to everybody towards the end. I want to know what everyone thinks how the series is going to end. Because I think there's a good chance that it's going to end in a clone rebellion, with the clones turning on the Empire, and that's how they get rid of the rest of the clones.
Wow, oh, wow.
That's going to be justification for the genocide of all the clones. Oh, look, they turned against us so easily, and that's how they're going to get the TK War Mantle project approved and say, oh, look, these senators that did this, that had all the clones made up, look what the Jedi did. I think that's how it's going to end, and it's going to be sad. It's going to be really sad. What about everyone else?
I like that idea, Si, because you do have to get rid of all of them. The only ones that I think are still around, though, I'm trying to remember. Is anybody left from the 501st at all after the Return of the Jedi?
I believe in the
No.
comics that
Yeah.
the 501st were the only clones that were actually survived everything, because
Okay.
actually Vader himself, they basically became his personal bodyguards. Because he had such a connection with them as being Anakin, he kind of trusted them and knew that they would do his bidding. So I believe that they were the only ones. Don't quote me on that, but I believe they were the only ones to actually survive everything.
The 501st are Vader's troopers. That's
Yeah.
the special connection they have. So, and to be honest with you, with Disney, it's so much of, we give you this show, but hey, go read the comic book or go read the book to figure out the rest of it. And
That
you
was
know,
the
you've got
that
so
would
many
be my only
characters.
thing.
You gotta love the genius of it, though. Speaking of that, I want to answer your question, Calabas.
Go ahead.
I personally know, I don't know for a fact, but because I'm a fan like everybody else, but we all have that love of the criminal aspect of certain things, the underworld. It's coming. But I think that since this has been tailor-made for everyone, young and old, Star Wars, they are very, very nervous if this is going to be something that everybody's going to jump into. And I think I can speak for everybody here. We would love to see something like that, like the Pikes, and more in depth with them, more in depth with the Black Sun, more in depth with those different type of criminal aspects. How did the Hutts actually become powerful? Because the Hutts are the A1 cartel, like they're the best of the best. So I would love to see those things happen, and I think they are. And they tried to test the waters with Boba Fett, but as Calabas so eloquently says, I don't think it worked out due to the bringing out the Power Rangers. So I think that they're trying, but they're trying to do it in a PC way. But these type of things, I think they really need to cross over to the dark side, no pun intended, and just bring this stuff into the light and say, hey, we want this kind of Star Wars to happen. We want that raw, gritty Star Wars, and I think those type of underworld type of things would actually bring that out. Now, as to the question that Sai did with the ending, it was so funny that you said that, Sai, because when I was watching it, they were actually talking about how they found more. I don't know if it was episode 4 or 5. They were basically saying that, there's more clones than we imagined were being captive under captivity. So I really agree with Sai. I really think that they're going to be the first rebellion that they deal with besides Saul Guerrera, because we did see glimpses of him as well coming into this, I believe. And I think that they're going to be the first resistance or first rebellion that pops up, and this gives the Empire the reason to basically eliminate them all and also be able to incorporate what they wanted to do all along.
I got a question. What about Crimson Dawn? Aren't they mastermind criminals too?
Crimson Dawn takes the syndicate and puts them all under their pocket.
I would watch a Godfather in space.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we've got those super soldier clones that are in the vault, and we got to deal with them too.
Yeah, we don't
Because
know
that's the
how.
whole reason they're they're trying to do stuff with Omegas because they think she is going to be the key to doing whatever they're doing with those. So,
It's not for the soldiers, Miss Liz. It's
That's
setting
for
everything up
Palpatine.
for the sequel
I thought that was
trilogy.
I thought they needed her blood to figure out to make those super soldiers in the vault be more
No,
valuable than they
it's
are.
No, that's just to make Palpatine a clone. That's
Yeah.
all they're doing is looking for Palpatine to be a clone.
Grade.
So that's why they want
Yeah.
Palpatine.
Now, out of all the clones,
so they want to do those clones for Palpatine,
Yes.
like we
Yeah,
saw in
but-
the movie.
out of
Yeah.
all those clones, only Omega has the right formula.
Mm-hmm.
Omega and Boba, but they don't know about Boba.
What about
Do you
her
guys
sister?
think that Omega has any type?
She was altered. She's fully grown.
It's the fact that they grew up. They are children that got the chance to grow as an adult instead of being forced to grow up in a short amount of time. So that's why those two are the best.
Oh yeah.
They're the only pure derivatives of Jango Fett.
Right.
That too.
So what about her sister? Is she got the same stuff as Omega or not?
No, she was just grown.
She was,
If she had the same
Yeah,
stuff,
she
wouldn't
was.
be
She was
around.
accelerated.
She just called her a sister because she was also a clone.
Oh, okay.
And she
but
may
yeah,
not
they're
even be
looking
a
at
clone of
anybody
Omega.
that was a child that got the chance to grow up as a normal child without the accelerated growth. Everybody that has the accelerated growth is unviable. So it's only going to be the two of them.
But we are going to deal with those super soldiers in the vault, though.
Now, don't worry about that because that doesn't exist with canon. So no, you don't have to deal with anything that you've never seen in a movie.
But
Yeah.
okay, then why is this doctor so hell bent on doing what he's doing for the Emperor, or is he
Because
just
the
power
Emperor
Maybe-
wants a new body, Miss Liz, to put his dark side inside of, which
Yeah.
sounds very bad when you say it that way.
It's just like Robot Chicken. Yeah.
I
Are
like
you
Robo Chicken.
are you talking about the commandos that are in Mount Tantus, or are you talking about the ones that Moff Gideon had? Miss Liz.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the ones that are in that place that the doctor.
Yeah, no, he's just trying to create a body for Emperor Palpatine so he can transfer his soul or force essence into a fresh body, because he knows he's gonna die, and he knows the dark side is gonna corrupt his body to the point that he's gonna
Okay,
need a new one.
so he's basically like Voldemort. He wants to split himself
Yeah,
up into
yeah.
little.
Well, kind of. He wants to be able to transfer everything into a new, young, fresh body. Just like that's what he wanted to do with Rey in
Yep.
he wants a
Well, I
powerful
understood
body.
that's what he wanted to
Yeah.
do with Ray. I understood that only too well.
Yeah, he didn't tell anyone that, but that's basically what he wanted. Everyone is just kind of kept in the dark. The Emperor just told Dr. Hemlock, "Hey, I need you to create Force-sensitive clone bodies, and you have all my resources." And it's more important to him than the Death Star, than Luke Skywalker, or anything else, because that
Well,
means he
I
gets to live on
understand
forever.
that too well. So in other
Well, he
words,
could.
this Dr.
He-
Craven or what, this doctor's trying to find Omega, is he's just up to his. He's more interested in placating the Emperor to do his so he gets the power.
Yeah, he wants position and power within the Empire, and
Well,
that's
that
why
makes
he's
sense.
doing. Yeah, that's all he
definitely
wants.
makes sense.
He probably doesn't even understand the whole cloning process in order to pass on force powers.
He just probably knows he got hired by Palpatine to do this job, and he wants to do it well because it's going to pay him nicely.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I think everybody knows at this point in time in the Empire that we could easily be disposed. So let's make ourselves as valuable as possible. So I that's what I just basically think. I think this guy thinks he saw an opportunity to make himself valuable, and he's just going to do everything he can to keep in the position that he's in.
Yeah. He did ask
In other words, he's
Papa
trying
Palpatine.
not to be disposable.
Yeah. He wants to be the Minister of Science of the
Oh,
Empire.
yeah.
That's what he asked Palpatine as his
Oh,
reward.
yeah, he definitely was buttering his toast there.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys gotta, you gotta remember too, not everyone sees the Empire as this threat. A lot of people, like, they brought stability back. They brought lawless to the lawlessness. The Empire's great. You know what I mean? Not everybody sees the Empire as we get to see the story prevail. And here's another fact. The Empire is the legitimate ruling body.
I mean, he kind of did steal the election, basically. Sorry, Callum, I had to say that.
And then of course, there's Dexter.
No, Dexter. It's not the same thing.
Isn't it scary how many people will trade their freedom for the illusion of security and safety?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Yep.
Willingly.
Yeah. But bringing it back to the real world, does anyone think that they're going to make Omega more of a central character, more like a leader, or are they going to revert back to Hunter being more of the leader? I'm hoping they go back to Hunter with just Omega being the glue that holds the team together. Not the center, not up front, but kind of like the what's it called? The lockstone that keeps everyone working together.
Yeah, I think Hunter makes a better leader.
Yeah.
Omega's still a child. She may be a very smart child, but she's still a child.
Yeah.
She's not that smart because she did some dumb stuff while she was in prison. So,
She did some dumb stuff while she was out of prison. Let's face it, she tried to gamble for all the credits to get off the planet. Although I want to try out that card game. That looks fun.
They actually made that card game. That card game is out.
Shadow's favorite character. I have 100 credits that's Master Shadow's favorite character. Omega.
Do you think she used the Force to cheat, or do you think she just got the skills?
She was counting cards.
I think she's that good.
Oh, she could be like Zane. He was doing that and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
But somebody online has made that card game.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And it's already available, and that just killed off an episode.
Well, they made the game and they had the animators test play it to see if it would work, and they found the game highly addicting.
There you go. So the animators must have put it out online for it to be like that. Because like I said, I'm thumbing through hyperspace games, and boom, they're like, "Hey, we got the card," and I'm like, "The episode just aired a couple days ago, but damn, okay." Taco Cat said it's on Amazon.
Oh.
Damn.
Do you guys think that they should go into the new ship or stick with their old ship? I like the aesthetics of the older ship, but this new one, it might allow them to go into like more civilian places and blend in better.
Come on, man. There's something about
it's also bigger, so it gives the impression that they're actually going to have more clones that join their cause.
Ooh,
or more
good
people
point.
to join their cause.
Good point.
That makes sense.
Okay, so I guess okay, well, the return. They all get back together. The band gets back together, and we go back to that planet. Did anybody expect us to go back to that planet where he killed that officer?
No.
Not until he said something about I know a place. Then I was like, I was surprised that there was no one there though. It's like, oh, so it was just an outpost that didn't mean anything, and they just up and left it. So why did so many clones have to die? I think that was kind of an important lesson for Crosshair too. It's like all those clones
It was a
died.
relay base for the other prison where he was holding all the other clones. That's where they were sending their supplies from. And since they destroyed that one because of the plant, they didn't need that base to ship supplies there anymore.
Thank you. Thank you.
It does kind of show how bureaucratic and wasteful the Empire is. I mean, they just
governments
walk
usually
off and leave shit all the time.
Yep, they certainly do.
Fully operational. That kind of, you know, they left beacons going on and whatnot, and you know.
Yeah.
What,
Working for a major
isn't that what we do when we pull out of war zones?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, okay.
They also had to keep Shahulu from the base, so that's why they had to keep the beacons on for the almighty worm not to eat the base. So
Well, I mean, the worm was protecting its spice.
yeah. So everybody was trying to get their quick snipes. So that's what was going on out there.
Yep.
I got to answer a question. Did anybody get any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle vibes with the Crosshair and Hunter kind of interaction, with like a kind of like a Leonardo Raphael kind of interaction?
I have to say, I can get that looking at it.
I didn't think of it.
Yeah, I see that now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I didn't think about it at first.
Because I thought it was funny. The one part where he was like, "Oh, it didn't. No one is bleeding this time." So I was like, I had this mental when they were arguing, Crosshair and Hunter. I'm like, this is Leonardo and Raphael all over again. But I kind of liked it.
Loved that Record still had his armor for him.
Yeah.
Even though they
They
hated him,
beat each other up.
Wrecker is the most sentimental out of all of them. You can tell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Wrecker. I think he's one of the reasons I watch the show so much.
Yeah. His
You know
love
what I mean?
for
Because-
Omega and his other brothers, yeah, it really comes through, and it really showed through with him saving the armor.
I have
Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
I was just saying, when Crosshair actually finally was breaking down and telling the story, because I remember, you know, when he was picking up the buckets and he was putting them on the cargo container. You know, I mean, I felt for him because, you know, he was like, you know, help him. He's like, he's a clone. You know, it reminded me of that Jedi general that hated the clones so much.
Oh, Kroll.
And just kept
Kroll.
sending them out there wave after wave to get destroyed. And I'm just like, somebody's got to stop this guy. This is
Right?
nuts. This guy is literally just sending them out there as fuck.
But it's weird how he knew that there was a dark power controlling everything. It's like, I'm going to join this. I'm like, holy crap. He really is just, he was pure evil. I actually wanted the clones to kill him. I really did.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was gonna die in the second episode that they did for that, because it looked like there was one point where
He-
just kill that Jedi off.
Was
yeah, I found it bad. I just
he related to the diner guy Dexter?
I think he was related to our Dexter.
I think so too. I mean, he was pretty evil. Oh, there's
There
his
he's back. Somebody said his name and he came back.
Speak of the devil.
He's like the Candyman. You say his name 3 times and he comes up. He's like Beetlejuice, but better.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Y'all need to go back and re-listen to this podcast, this show, because I am the least evil one on here right now.
Yeah. That's exactly what a Sith would say.
It's okay, Dexter. We still love you.
What's there not to love?
Well, I don't like the fact you don't like Star Trek.
Oh,
Star what?
What?
That
What
does
was
not
that?
exist.
Huh?
That does not exist.
But that's for another podcast.
yeah,
That
yeah,
is
right.
for
Look,
another
look.
podcast.
I
He
was
upset me when he said that.
Look, I was gonna do Generations, but I'm gonna save Generations for a whole nother day where we can sit back and actually talk about this.
Okay.
Because we got
I know I'm
Miss
about
Liz
to get
loves
a
it.
for
Look,
that
Miss
one.
Liz loves to take out that stick as soon as somebody say they hate Star Trek. What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Better be
god!
careful, Dexter.
Mhm.
She's gonna open up a can of whoop ass on you.
But
Wouldn't be the first time I got hit by a cane today.
Hey, he's out of the car.
I'm out of the car.
He's out of the car.
My
So-
ship has landed.
oh my god! I was thinking, the scene where the shuttle comes down. Did anyone else think it might be Vader before they said Emperor?
No.
No.
Nah.
Nah.
No, I knew it was going to be the Emperor by the way things were going.
Yeah, that's true.
It reminded me a lot of the Return of the Jedi scene when the Emperor came.
Oh, that whole scene
yeah.
was still for that. That whole scene was built for that.
Yeah.
Plus, you see the Imperial Guard ships behind him.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Vader.
That,
and the
Vader
Imperial
didn't have
Guard.
that much to do with the clones.
No.
Okay.
It-
Was it
it
good
was-
to see the
it was
Emperor? Did you
Emperor
like that
all the
little bit of a
way.
tidbit thing? And where he told him you have pretty much an open checkbook?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 That scared the hell out of me because I was sitting there thinking, dude,
I'm like,
that
here we
means
go.
you gave somebody basically.
Oh yeah. You give him carte blanche, he's gonna do whatever he wants.
Yeah. And he doesn't have any feelings for any of the clones anyway, so he's just gonna kill until he finds what he's looking for.
Yeah, but if he don't show results and takes that, the Emperor's going to really hurt him.
And that's why I'm thinking he's gonna kill to get those results. So it doesn't even matter. He's gonna do whatever he has to do to get those results. And it doesn't matter who he steps on top of.
Well, as I sat here and I had a conversation with another guy that was going back and forth as we're sitting here talking, and I want to remind people that I love doing these shows, and I love a good debate. When you have something good to debate about, when you have something of note and weight to carry your argument, but when you don't, you just get banned and removed from the situation. So I had to do that today. That's the first time I had to do that, but I don't think it'll be the last. But again, we welcome all comments as long as you're respectful and you have something worthy of being said. We have no problems, pushing that out here and doing that. But when you start trying to bring some other stuff into it and start trying to carry on a thing, I gotta let you go. You know what I mean? That's not what this is about. You know what I mean? So
We're talking to you, Dexter. That's what we're talking about.
That's what you're talking about. Larry. You damn
hey,
Larry.
look, Look,
I,
leave your partner alone. You're bounty hunting Ewok.
I'm going to say this, and I say this wholeheartedly.
Others in the chat.
I am no longer scared of these people doing so, because now I'll just send Liz on them, and First Lady of Fandom will take care of it. I'm not worried about it anymore. I will. I'll say, don't let me pull out the Liz on you.
Yeah, but Side knows more than I do.
All we have to do is say, this person doesn't like Star Trek, right?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Liz, they don't like Star Trek, Liz.
Yeah,
There you go.
this person doesn't like Star Trek. I need you to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, that's my first love. Always will be.
Yep. Talk to him out the swamp.
For many of us, except for maybe Simon, because he's like the youngest thing here. That's where we fell in love with sci-fi. That first bit of, Star Trek or Lost in Space, anything that was old and black and white from Twilight Zone, or you know what I mean. These are where we got these things. Buck Rogers and
Rogers.
Actually, mine was the original Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica. Yay!
I mean, see, Jen, you're really taking me back there, because when we were kids, we would have our bikes, and those were our Vipers, and we'd be running around the neighborhood.
And we had these little click guns that shot sparks if you spun them fast enough, and those were our laser pistols.
Man,
I remember those. You'd never get them sold now. They're considered illegal.
Yeah. Can't cause a fire.
The thing that kills me is, before I met up with the 757 and stuff, we were allowed to carry live steel when we went to conventions.
Yeah.
As long as they were sheathed. You had to keep them sheathed, unless you were doing your judging at the cosplay event or whatever else. And then one day I was talking to a bunch of people inside a group, and I swear to you, somebody went off on me. I was like, when did they start doing the live steel thing? Because I have a bat lift I had just bought, and of course I want to show it off. And they were like, you can't do live steel anymore, and I'm like, when did that happen? Well, they're afraid that you're gonna do something there. And I'm like, one person, you afraid that I'm gonna do what? Hold the whole convention?
It's not like there's not dealers here already selling them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
and so then the guy counters with, well, you're a Klingon, you don't need a weapon. I'm like, do you not? It's just like a Mandalorian. Weapons are part of their religion. Do you not understand that a Klingon would feel naked without a knife? So how do you, and then now when you go to the conventions, they zip tie everything. Your Nerf guns, either the trigger has to be broken or it has to be zip tied with that orange thing on there, which to me is a sad day that you have to walk around like that with that type of craziness.
Broken weapon.
But in the day and age that we're living in,
yeah,
we can do like I did, go as Evil Deadpool and have a bag full of them. They just go, here, you do it yourself.
Hey, Calibus, I'm talking about the day back in the 80s when we were at a convention and we were all dressed up in Battlestar Galactica and we went to eat at Pizza Hut in full dress Battlestar with our holstered guns, the whole bit. Man, those people at the Pizza Hut thought we were so cool. We didn't get any trouble whatsoever because, and we were dressed to the nines with our Battlestar Galactica, everything. I mean, we were fully, and we didn't have any problem. Nowadays, you try to walk down the street like that and you'd be arrested.
I was just about to say, Miss Liz, I said, try that same scenario in 2024, and the cops would have been there thinking that you guys were trying to rob the place.
Yeah.
Well, you heard about the girl in London, right? she was in her stormtrooper outfit, they called the cops on her.
That was
Yeah.
in Canada.
I
Oh,
didn't hear
Canada?
about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Canada.
that was Canada.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. She was
They put her
crying.
to the street, bro.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, it was bad. I mean, they had their guns on her, and she was crying. But in that armor, you cannot bend your knees. And she thought she was going to get shot and killed. The manager came out and said, "Oh, she works for me." They didn't care, and it really traumatized her. And it
Yep,
was a
they
guy.
shut him up and pushed him aside.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
was really sad. It's like, how
But
can
see-
you not know?
Well, I mean, but and this right now though, check this out. So if there's a convention in the area, the area knows about it, right? So like where MarsCon is taking place, that's where Reign of Fire was. I believe a Shore League was over there at one time.
Yep.
Okay.
Psycon was there also.
So we would all go over to the Denny's, which was at the start of the street,
Mexican place now.
right? So we would go down there and we, and that's how I knew a convention was in town, because my job would my route would take me by there. So as soon as I saw a cosplayer, convention, and I'd go home and look it up. So during certain times, like in Richmond, they know in that area, they know the cosplayers are coming. They know because the stars are here, and and all that other stuff. But again, if you would randomly do that, you know what I mean? Yeah,
I was in the
think that'd be a
SCA.
problem.
We used to go out to dinner. If Feast was bad on site, we'd go into town somewhere for dinner in our full garb with our live steel strapped to our hips, swords, bows, didn't matter. And we called it freaking out the normies. It was great.
I
We'd
know,
go
right?
in and eat, everybody be looking at us. And
That's
Shoot,
why
when I was a
that's
kid,
why,
I went in Storm Shadow trick or treating with real swords on my back all the time.
Oh wow.
Look, Rob, you better be careful doing that.
Hey, you can ask my brother. He's in chat. He'll tell you.
Well, I think
But they were
That's him right there, right, Rob?
I think they're the same way
Yep.
in Atlanta. You have all those people from Dragon Con in Atlanta, and they have they're pretty lenient about people wandering around. But
when I went to
because they know
Dragon
that's
Con, you
where
still
they're
couldn't
coming
have
from.
live steel weapons. They had to be peace tight if you had them.
Yep.
Look, Richard says it's true. It's
You
true.
said it's true.
I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just like when we go to Convivial 2025, that's the Priory. That's the Mandalorian thing. So I'm looking very forward to that. And and there's a nice little restaurant next door. Well, no, they're in another place.
Yeah.
What you got there, Rob? Hold on. Let me get over here.
My leg armor for my Mando suit.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I just painted it with the blue. It turns bluish purple.
Okay.
All right. I'm working on mine now. I've been working with 3 luchadors, and then after I get my stuff together, I'm going to turn my attention to Jen and make sure that she gets all her stuff done.
I've got a dojo buddy that 3D prints, and I've been talking to him about if I buy the filament and I've already got the files, will he print them for me?
There you go.
My 3D printer's coming in next week.
There's that.
Yeah, I have
Love you.
I've already
It's
I
got
have
gonna
one
the
of my warriors. I have one of my warriors in the Dark Order Sith Empire. They have a 3D printer, and they're right now trying to figure out how to do certain things. I actually, the one thing that I want to do is in my character actually has what is called a pike saber.
Yeah.
And you've seen it, Calabas.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually want to actually design the real thing. And because I feel like my character, my cosplay won't be complete until that actually is done. So if you guys could ever, anybody out there, I have the design for it, want to connect with me so we can make it happen. It'll be awesome. I feel like my pike saber will be as iconic as the twin lightsabers when Darth Maul came out with it. So I can't wait to actually have it in real life so everybody can see it.
Well, look, we can get you in contact with our emperor, and I'm pretty sure he can put you in the right direction because
All right.
Sifu Armstrong is definitely Sith all the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he can put you into because what you need is a CNC machinist to make your saber, and I'm pretty sure he can put you in the direction of somebody that can actually do that. Be warned, it will be pricey because they're only making
I
one.
know.
You know what
I'm already, but I'm a Star Wars fan, so price doesn't mean a thing. It's like I'm just joking. I know that, but really, price doesn't. You'll be like, oh, $400 for a lightsaber? That's cheap. What a deal! So.
Do you know that was one of the things that bothered me about everybody when they first came out? All the influencers were talking crap about Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and when I went, I'm sitting there like I'm just amazed that I actually get to see this stuff in live action. I saw an A-wing, I saw an X-wing, and I didn't know it was the X-wing from the Mandalorian. That blue X-wing in
Are you
California
serious?
is the X-wing. They took the one that they're all flying in.
Yeah.
And they bombed the little. Remember when he goes back because prison break.
Yeah.
That one that Dave Filoni's in is the one that's at Galaxy's Edge.
It's
know
an amazing experience. Galaxy's Edge is an amazing
I'm
experience.
telling you, I was damn near in tears when I saw the Millennium Falcon because there it is. We're going up and we're listening, we're talking. I'm sitting in there, and the lady asked me, "Is this just you and your wife, or are you with the group?" I'm like, "No, we're with the group." And it didn't dawn on me, dummy. You're never gonna. Now you just went from co-pilot and pilot to whatever seats are available, and I'm sitting in the back. Hitting engineering buttons. I wasn't even a gunner. I'm sitting there, oh, come on. This is killing me. You know. But the whole experience, like you said, and then the people that I hang out with here now, not necessarily the 757 people or like Marky Mark or Miss Liz, but my boys, they're all like, man, it's too expensive to go. I don't want to go there. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? It's Star Wars. This is part of our thing. And they're all like, I'm like, save up for it. I'm worse off than you, but I can save for something that I want. I don't understand. And then I realized they don't want it that bad.
No.
Hey, you have to want it.
I have now rode the Millennium Falcon enough times that I've done all the positions at least once.
Yeah, I did at least every one of them.
See,
it's lots of fun. It really
and y'all rubbing that in, Calibus, right now.
I'm sorry.
You know what my favorite thing about it, and kind of gave me my idea for the deep dive role play that like my group does, is when you're there, you are literally in the world. So like you buy something, they'll tell you, hey, that's 20 credits. They don't say $20. They say 20 credits.
20 credits or 30 credits or
that's
80 credits.
They don't break character. I had my Mandalorian shirt on, and they were like, "Is he part of the? Is he a bounty hunter?" And they were like, "Sir, we don't want any trouble." And I'm looking at them, and I looked down at my shirt, and I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And I'm like, and I turned to my wife. I said, "They're not breaking character." So you know me, I'm like, just move along. You'll be fine. Move along. And they walked away, and I thought that shit was so cool.
Me and my nephew actually went, and when we actually got onto the Millennium Falcon, we were talking, and one of the guys there, how they give you an instruction on the things that you're supposed to be doing there, and one of them is the pirate smugglers. What's the head pirate's name?
God, I forget his name. Hondo.
Hondo,
right? So we're like, oh, this must be cool. We went to one of the people there and was like, yo, you work here. Like, this is your job. This must be the greatest thing in the world. He's like, no, I work for Han. It's terrible. He's a pirate. He's a jerk. Like, and they can't break character. And I was like, that is amazing. I want to do that, and that's what everything is there. Like, everything there, I want to live there. I want to be there. I want to have a cot somewhere. Just be there.
Have you had the blue milk yet?
Yes.
Have you had the one with the spiked blue milk?
I've had the regular and I've had the spiked. Let's just say this. I had the regular and then I had the spikes.
Are we still talking Star Wars?
Yes.
Well, listen to me when I tell you this. In 2025 in September, me and Ms. Liz are coming down that way. Hopefully, we'll be able to take some more people with us, but you and Simon better meet me down there. That's all I'm saying.
He keeps promising, but he never goes.
Oh, Miss Liz.
Every time.
I already told you, Miss Liz. 2025, September, we're going.
All right. Yep.
I turned 55.
That's my birthday.
I want to be.
That's my birthday. In September, that's my birthday.
Same here. Holy
3rd
crap,
September
Cram.
is mine.
Well, it's my birthday too.
Are we brothers, Cram?
Like, what is going on?
Everybody's in September. Okay.
My
Are
birthday's
we
in
going to start
September
singing
too, guys.
Kumbaya? What the hell?
But Miss Liz, I already know we became best friends, Miss Liz. I already knew it.
Yep.
All right, guys, look. I want to thank you guys for making this fun for me. We had, and I want to thank, of course, Richard. We can't thank enough about Taco Cat here.
Taco Cat.
Yay, Taco Cat.
And look, we have a couple of panelists. Dexter and Marky Mark were saying some stuff, and Squadron Leader, who always reminds me, hi everyone. But again, I also want to thank our mystery guy Jack, who came in and got to be the first person booted from the show. Again, guys, I'm more than happy to entertain something of weight, but when you're coming here just to mess with my podcast, you got to go. You got to go. And maybe people associated with him got to go.
Hey, Calibus. At the party today, everybody wanted to see the new lightsabers.
I still don't know how you look. All of a sudden, I turned Italian. I don't know how you won that.
I have no idea how I won that either. He's the one that gave me the ticket. He put it in the hat. He mixed it all up, and guess who won the lightsaber?
Dual lightsabers, right? So we had that giveaway, and we took everything to Convivial. So we gave away comic books, we gave away lightsabers, we gave away. What else we give away?
Quite a few other things too.
Some shot glasses, didn't you?
Yeah, and I think there was an action figure or something.
The whole 9 yards. And anybody that came up to the table was just getting free tickets to win. And it was surprising to me. I had to say, hey, you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is hold on to this ticket. Meet me in the bar, in the hotel bar, and we're going to call out the number, and you're going to win it. Like 3 or 4 people didn't even show up. And the one lady who did, I thought she was going to win, but the 2 girls at the table kept winning all the comics and stuff. And then there's little Miss Liz. Oh, I got it. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So Miss Liz won the dual lightsabers.
And I was showing it off at the party today because everybody wanted to see it. And they went, "Oh my God, it's dual!" And then they wanted to see the one I got that you told me where to get off of Amazon, the one that my lightsaber, and they were all fawning over those lightsabers today. They were just a Star Trek group was going completely nuts about the lightsabers.
If y'all want a good lightsaber, I can't say good enough things about Rebel Sabers out of Kentucky. I just got another saber from them, and I love it. It's a 15-inch hilt from Stuba to
They
Pommel,
gave us
and it
one to give
handles
away a couple years
beautifully.
ago, and I got
What?
mine. I got mine, and they gave us one to give away a couple of years ago. So I like their sabers as well.
Yeah, I've got two of them. I've got one of them that they're repairing right now because I've broken it twice.
Well, I'm thinking about giving away a dark saber at Convivial. An actual dark saber.
You got
So-
another
Oh, nice.
one after all the times I went to get you a dark saber at Disney.
Miss Liz, I have 3. One I duel with,
Yeah,
one from Rebels.
because you remember how many times did I go down there to get you a dark saber?
Yeah, and you might have to go get me another one. I got the one from Rebels, right?
One I love.
That's how it looked in Rebels.
Oh yeah.
And then I got the Disney Park one.
Yep.
Ah.
Okay. And then I got the one that I duel with. That's my baby. I put a Ripper blade in the hilt. And then Sifu had to remind me that I was still just a youngling because his Ripper blade is NeoPixel.
I have one NeoPixel saber, and I've never gotten it to work right, but it was the first one of its kind at Saberation.
This is mine, and it's the Revan. And I won this. I won this one. And it's
What we
loud.
do with them, I like the RGBs better.
I love it, but the blades are crap. You hit the blade wrong, and it just goes. Part of the blade won't light, the whole 9 yard. So Sifu has the heavy grade. So I have to go get a heavy grade for that one. I wanted to replace it with the RGB converter for it. It doesn't fit my hilt. They did it on purpose, so you can't do it like that. It has to be displayed like that.
The heavy blades are nice. I got one for my NeoPixel.
Yeah.
I got well, I only have one saber, so I guess I'm falling behind, but mine is from
I only
Zaya
had the
Saber.
one until I won the one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Then I don't feel so bad.
They become an addiction.
I got mine from Zaya Sabers. I actually like mine, and it actually changes different. You can actually set it to your phone as well, so it's attached to your phone. You can turn it on, turn it off, different things. Set the settings on it. You can do different ones. Mine is on the Knight, which is the Sith saber. It actually sounds like Kylo Ren's, and it cries a little bit, which
Crackles.
is pretty cool.
Crackles
Yeah,
and-
like, crackle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. But and it's also durable too. I was doing some tapping when I was trying to, and I actually was like, let me just test it out. I actually was hitting it as not as hard as I can, but the Zaya Sabers, I like it. I thought it was really, really good.
What we have to do is one day we have to all get together with our sabers and stuff and show them different features and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We could do a whole
But-
podcast on Saber Show and Tell.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
you
I think
definitely
we should. I think we should. Because I know
Does
Marky
Dexter
Mark
have a
got
lightsaber?
But only
Huh?
after dark, Jen. Only after dark.
No.
Yeah, it would only be good after dark.
He's a Dark Lord. He doesn't have a lightsaber.
He just chokes people, Miss Liz. He has the lightning and the choking.
Fun fact about Siths is most Siths did not use sabers. They actually more than likely like to use their force powers more than combat. So, just something for you guys to know.
Jen, put on your armor and let's take him out. Look, I knew it. I knew he had to go get it. Come on.
Right over here.
Ron got his.
This one is Yoda's lightsaber. So that's just a regular one. This is my flashlight. So you cut it on, and it's an actual flashlight. So that's it. And then this is my NeoPixel.
You are such a dork.
Yeah. So this is the one I use at dueling class.
You be
I
careful
like
with
to
that.
duel with mine
They
because we have
play.
certain people in our dojo that like to break blades.
Oh, really? And then, of course,
Hold
since
on,
y'all
Mark.
mentioned Kylo
Oh,
Ren.
there's the lords.
See that? I just hit something I wasn't supposed to, but it's pretty durable.
Now that's like my NeoPixel.
One second. Come on, don't do this.
Skywalker, and you're a Sith Lord?
Well,
In fact, we might have the exact same NeoPixel blade.
Yeah. It's a little loose right now. I gotta tighten it up, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Lord.
I've got original Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Look at you with your Kylo Ren blade.
Kylo Ren.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
But I've got to change out the batteries. This one takes a lot of batteries.
And the only thing I don't like about the Disney things, because I have I've got that Master Collections Revan's blade, and that you couldn't hit that with anything. You hit that blade with any, it's going to shatter. You know, I mean, this is a $200 lightsaber.
That's just like the old Black Series.
That's what it
Can't
is.
forget
The
the
Black
blade.
All right, let's not get racist up in here.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the ones you can't even remove the blades on.
Boy,
Yes.
he's not talking about what color he
Dexter's
owns.
down there shaking his head.
So
He's just
this
kept
ain't worth.
shaking his head.
This ain't worth anything.
Mark's talking about batteries. If this was the Blurds, I'd have something to say.
All right, I can't
We're
say
all
nothing.
adults
Let me
here.
leave that
Sir.
alone. Let me leave that alone because you said something. I can't say anything in retaliation. I'll just leave that alone.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
this is
Jim.
funny.
Jim, that's your new one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I
Oh,
went ahead and got
yeah.
an RGB and not NeoPixel just because if I break this blade, it's a lot less to replace it than it is to
Yep.
replace.
Can we please have this conversation after 9 o'clock? That'd be great when we go to have it.
Well,
That is awesome.
let's just say on the East Coast, it is
I know it's
after
after 9 o'clock now. I'm just
You
saying
are
when we have this show, this is a kid-friendly show. When we go to have the topic of the lightsabers, can we please have that be an adult show? Because I'll have fun.
I think I again I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight, hanging out tonight, doing what we do. Of course, the last 18 minutes has been lightsaber, so they got an extra bonus. So the way I look at it.
You're welcome.
We kind of got off track tonight.
I didn't
But we
break
were
any
having
of
fun,
mine
and that's
out.
the whole
They're all
that's
in
the whole
back
thing of it.
bedroom.
Having fun. Having fun with it, doing it. Of course, you guys know we won't have a show next week
about
because
the show we were supposed to watch.
we have GalaxyCon next week. A lot of our members will be at GalaxyCon doing their
I'll be at
thing.
GalaxyCon.
I know Miss Liz.
I won't be.
I will not,
You're in the
and
wrong
I'm
state.
very very jealous of that.
Yeah.
Well,
same here.
you have a PlayStation or an Xbox.
I have an Xbox.
Then what you need to do is go buy Star Wars Squadrons and come fly with us that Saturday. Yes. Squadron leader
Fly
down
with
there
Empire,
is
too.
usually the Imperial side. I do the Outlaws. We're the Rebels.
My
I might
Xbox
just have
name
to
is
dust
Quiet
off my
Simon.
TIE Fighter.
Yeah. My Xbox name is Quiet Simon. So go ahead and feel free to hit me up.
We
sir.
flew tonight before the
I don't know if I can say I don't know if I could say my gamer tag on this one. So
Well,
no worries.
just hold off and
yeah. This
Yeah.
we'll keep that on another show.
Yeah.
but
Can I
we
make a
will
suggestion?
return in 2 weeks.
Can I make a
Um,
suggestion?
No, you can't, Dexter.
I would. Can we end this thing on like our final thoughts for what the show was? What we thought about the show?
Yes.
I-
Go ahead. Give us your final thought.
All right. Well, my final thoughts were when I watch The Bad Batch, I don't feel like I'm watching a cartoon, and I feel like I am immersed into the Star Wars universe.
No
I
shit.
totally agree with him. Yay!
Holy shit.
It was so nice.
This is not the adult show.
I don't
Sorry.
want anyone
Sorry.
to say anything else. We're going to let Dexter end that on a good note.
Yep.
I want you guys to hang back as we go ahead and do the outro. And damn, Dexter. Kind of get you right here, man.
I've been the less evil person on here all night.
What are you moving over to the light side all of a sudden?
Oh,
Whoa,
no, y'all are definitely going to the dark.
Are you trying to
Oh,
redeem?
even like this
Stop that
Mandalorian.
crazy talk.
Are you
Stop
trying
all
to
that
redeem
crazy
yourself?
talk.
That's what's going on, huh?
You need to switch that hat.
All right, Morgan, look, Master Shadow, are you saying he's trying to pull an Anakin?
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to pull Anakin on this one.
I don't.
That was a very nice thing to say, Dexter.
It's true.
And with that, I will leave you with the words I always leave you with. Trust in the Force and always follow the creed.